So it says, Ubuntu Haiti, je suis avec toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis rien sans toi. Right? So Ubuntu Haiti, I'm with you. Ubuntu Haiti, I'm nothing without you. And that came from the young people in the group. Just that was the hook they made. So I'm just gonna do that real quick.
Yeah.
Bring those young people right in here into this little spot where we feeling the family love tonight. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis avec toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis rien sans toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis avec toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis rien sans toi. Let's see if I can do that together. Ready? Ubuntu Haiti, je suis avec toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis rien sans toi. One more time. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis avec toi. Ubuntu Haiti, je suis rien sans toi. Amène-toi à lutter avec tes mots et ton esprit, parce que c'est qu'un nouveau monde va avoir que je suis toi et tu et moi, une nouvelle identité. Il faut vivre comme ça si on va voir la liberté.
We follow like a lot of different stories, which is part of the project as well. It's not just a documentary film, but it's also an ongoing archive and digital project around the ongoing work that's going on with the reconstruction. And the goal of the actual overall film is really the hole that I saw that the media was not really covering, and to go behind the sort of flash in the pan images that you saw for 2 weeks after January 12th. And then, you know, yearly it happens again. So I kind of wanted to actually flip that. And show that patients are actually doing the work themselves. So.
Say peace to the poets who propagate peace, and power to the people who march in these streets, and word to the workers who walk in bare feet, and light to the writers who fight to get free. I see me and you and me in the streets of Cochabamba, taking back El Agua, rocking Sandinista parties.
So many times in the movement, I think there's a lot of cynicism about the change that we want to see, the days that we want to see come. And this poem that Luke wrote is all about just keeping that fire in our bellies and praying with our hands and continuing the work. This is the piece that keeps me radical.
I'll spit this piece to keep me radical,
because otherwise I might forget. Because when you're chilling in New York for a little while, you get into the hanging out,
just doing you, first world mindset. And so I spit. I spit to kick my ass back to the broken down shack in the slums outside of Quito, Ecuador. My cousin Marcelo died from doing crack.
I spit to side me with the fact that every time I pay a tax, I help my government murder innocent people in Iraq. And there is nothing liberal or conservative about that. So take me back to West African villages where poverty pillages my boys like Al Mustafa, who I know are still living in utter desperation. Because these are the people and places that should shape my political view. Not Fox or CNN, the New York Post or Daily News. Nah.
I use reality to keep my politics in order.
If I feel a little moderate, I spit this trip down to the border. Over 1,500 of our people have made their graves in the last 3 years. I keep it radical for each of them and all our families' tears. And if it appears that to be radical is too intense for me to fit in, well, that is all the more reason for me to stand here spitting the peace that keeps me radical, because it's the same peace being demanded by the prisoners of Guantanamo. It's the same peace Native Americans deserved when they fought alongside Geronimo.
This is the piece of skin torn from a mother's limb when Lebanon was bombed.
And the piece of porcelain that reminds her children of her now that she is gone.
This is the piece of Muslim prayer calls.
It's the piece of Christian psalms.
It's the piece that keeps me sewn into the fabric of every sweatshop.
It's the last piece of bread before the famine stole the whole crop.
It's the little piece of genius that my boys keep hidden under hoods.
This piece is to remind me
it ain't easy to be good. And I should be proactive like the family's hustling in my hood.
And always keep it moving, because doing nothing is not peace.
Fuck slamming for a score. This is my only way to breathe. Cause art is more than my release when my commander-in-chief is a slanderous thief. And I'm standing neck deep in the blood of my peeps, and I can't keep my head above water much longer. I spit to the dead, and I said in their honor, forgive me and give me the peace to be stronger. And this is what they left.
They left this breath in my lungs to be sung.
When people are being murdered and poets are silenced by the state,
I spit this piece to conquer hate.
in streets and then in courtrooms.
I will yell it in my cell until they throw me in the hole.
And covered by their darkness, I will hold this piece of light.
That I seen in children's eyes that reminds me why we fight.
And from right here, I'll spit the depth of it.
My tears cry beside the desolate.
And there ain't no amount of hours
And no governmental powers
that'll sicken me with mediocrity.
will turn me to a coward.
Cause radical means rebuilding.
All the peace that they devoured.
And just in case y'all didn't hear us, let us spit it louder. I want peace from the Bronx to Baghdad to Sierra Leone. Peace for every man, woman, and child without a home. I want peace in Bolivia, Mexico, y Ecuador. Peace built on policies to stop keeping my people poor. I want peace on my block between us and the police. I want peace between America and the entire Middle East. I want peace so bad, but I need to want it more. I need to want it more than these weapons companies want war. And if you look, you will see that in my eyes.
They are bloodshot red.
Because real men are not afraid to cry. And I am not afraid to say that I believe peace is possible.
But that shit is
Radical, my people. And radical means to the roots.
And if we have the courage to admit it,
The root of peace is me and you. Remember, life should not be easy for any.
While life is this hard for this many.
So if I ever lose my radical point of view, spit this piece to wake me up. And I promise I'll come back to you. Thank you.
Peace, y'all.
I just got back myself a couple weeks ago for the 8th trip in the past 5 years since the earthquake. That's my ancestral homeland, and super committed to working with other Haitian heritage healers and artists and farmers and educators for some collective upliftment in the powerful place known as Haiti, Ayiti, Haiti Resurrect, Haiti Rising. And yeah, just feel really blessed for all the strands of genuine people-to-people solidarity that exists with a place that I think has inspired all of us in struggles for liberation everywhere.
Is it alright without the mic? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Drop it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a piece from hurricane season dealing with unnatural disasters, the earthquake being one of them. We in trouble, friends. The storm clouds are coming in and I can hear the rumbling of atom bombs that make tsunamis. Like a butterfly flapping its wings on the other side of the world is a tornado in Brooklyn. Torrential rain in Jamaica, an earthquake in Haiti, a typhoon in Vietnam, a monsoon in Korea, a landslide in India, a fire in San Diego, massive flooding in China, a mudslide in Chiapas, a tidal wave in Indonesia, acid rain in Hiroshima. It's been snowing in the desert, y'all. Something is wrong here. The rivers don't run like they used to. They are selling the rain. They are leasing the rivers. They are auctioning off the oceans to the highest bidders as giant chunks of the polar ice cap dislodge from the North Pole and tourists flock to the site to take pictures. There is disaster tourism. Like there's disaster profiteering off the torrential storms and the warring and the wrath of global warming. Who will get paid to rebuild? And who will they build for? Who will endure the drought and the rain? Who will be safe and sound indoors? Who built the missiles, the smart bombs, the rockets? Who gets raided and who gets paid from whose pockets? Who gets sent off to war? Who dies for whose profits? Who gets remembered? Who's been forgotten? Who paved concrete over the pores of the earth to make our lives harder and built buildings to scrape skies trying to get closer to God but move farther? Our history's been lost to forgetfulness, erased by the frontiers of manifest destiny. As if destiny were man-made, or manifested in the hands of colonial planners who build their thrones atop the remains of nations like gravestones. Celebrate Columbus Day with clearance sales to buy up stuff to cover up that which cannot be bought or sold, only stolen, like breath or life or home of an entire people who once believed that land could never be owned. And the ocean is worth more than gold, and water cannot be held captive. It will reshape even stone. And even when the last tree stands alone, it still makes a sound long after it's fallen. In a forest that lived even if no one saw it, and fed the world its breath whether or not we applauded. One hand clapping sounds a lot like the rhythms we lost in generations who sang even as they departed. And now we stand at the doorway. In the hallway life brought us to this crossroads of lost hope and undeniable promise, where we choose between paths beyond rightness or wrongness that will lead to the brink of the planet's exhaustion, or the age of compassion, where the meek become strongest and re-inherit the earth and redefine progress.
Don't you feel like you're about to give the system the tightest fight it's ever did see in its life? Revolution the media, don't be slave for the media. Lock and load and unfold the science soul of this mind. Well, alright, make a man them feel like a maroon. Woman them feel like a maroon. Youth them feel like a maroon. Black na kill black when the business would kuno. Them out of control, with the media lies it's unfold. Well, if you're a bad man, then I'll work your plan. Fight the system with all of your soul. Revolution done found ya. Don't you feel like you're about to give the system the tightest fight it's ever did see in its life? Revolution done media. Don't be slave for the media. Lock and load and control and for the science soul of this mic. Well, alright. They try to tell me I ain't fit for that. They schools, they rules, I ain't fit for that. That's true, I'm maroon, not aristocrat. I ain't a coon, I'm maroon, there's no fixing that. Nah, leave the plantation, I'm not a problem. I'm a solution like the Haitian Revolution, sing it. Shot, passe, mock roulette, set fire to the oppressor, load, la roulette. See, I see the media teach, but I'm tired too, so the youth they can't reach. Better yet, you train youth to think, so they can see what you pour and choose not to drink. This life is but a blink. But what matters my sacrifice? Rocks I sling, pure rocks I sling, like slingshot, hip-hop. Rocks to the freedom camps, freedom from prison. And I ain't talking about that whack dope. I'm talking about freedom change if an antidote. I'm talking about a new black arts movement in stereo. Left, right, discipline, does scenario. Wake 'em up, Harlem, we giving the bomb. Underground Railroad, BX to Brooklyn. Queens on deck, my Southeast Asians, a new Wu Island, Staten Island. Let it spread, don't trust the system. Whatever they want, you give them none. Twice. Let it spread, don't trust the system. Whatever they want, you give them none. Nice. Cause revolution done found ya. Don't you feel like you're about to give the system the tightest fight it's ever to see in its life? Revolution on media, don't be slave for the media. Lock and fold and control and for the science soul of this mic. Well, alright, make a man never feel like a maroon. Woman never feel like a maroon. Youth never feel like a maroon. Black like kill black when the business would come now. Them out of control, with the media lies it's unfold. Well, if you're a bad man, then I'll work your plan. Fight the system with all of your soul. Revolution and media. Don't you feel like you're about to give the system the tightest fight it's ever to see in its life? Revolution unfound ya. Don't you feel like you're about to give the system the tightest fight it's ever to see in its life? Good night. Yeah.
Earthship project that's going on. Now, this requires a little bit of an explanation because it might be a little confusing, like what's Diaspora Travels, you know, Earthship, what the hell is this guy talking about? But what I'm talking about is the Diaspora Travel is a full-length documentary project that started 3 years ago. All right, and it's the baby of Melinda Francis, who's here. She's my sister, bright light in my face with the camera right now, all the way down from Toronto. She's from Barbados, you know. So all the Caribbean people, everybody got Caribbean heritage, make some noise. All my people with African heritage, make some that. That's everybody. All right, so. Yeah. So we have, yes, everybody. So we have all these paintings here that are beautiful paintings. If you're interested in any particular painting, and you might want to buy a painting, I have my my other sister, Jen Adams.
I've had a few last names.
Yeah, she's been through a journey. But she, Jen, is at the front. We have a raffle going on. I had some vinyl that was donated by Sony. All right, so we have Nas, Street Disciple, we have Sade, Soldier of Love, and we have the Love Below and Speaker Box, you know, / whatever, album. All closed, mint condition, all mint condition, all sealed, you know. I will make you a CD if you don't have a record player. The raffle tickets are $3 a piece. $5 a piece.
I like $3 a piece.
Inflation. Gas is cheap. You can pay $5. 5 for 20, okay? So we're actually not doing the drawing tonight. People in Haiti regain self-determination in terms of being able to be autonomous from the system and not support the institutions that subjugate us. But we're taking that back home. We're going there and we're learning, we're listening, we're learning. We're bringing that back to organize better here. Because we live in these structures, we build these type of structures, we retrofit the structures that we have now to encounter natural forces and create energy and to create thermal mass that way and to grow our own food and not have to worry about GMOs and catch our own water and filtrate it, then we don't have to support these institutions. We don't have to do that and then turn around and hit the streets just to reach an equilibrium. You understand what I'm saying? There's another choice that's available, and we can't wait for the tragedies to come and hit before we learn how to do this stuff. So I'm inviting everybody here to come along with me, you know. Next year when I go, February, March, April, come to Haiti. Pick up a shovel, pick up a hammer, you know, get it in.
Pick up some barbecue.
That's right. Get some barbecue after. Alright? And I want to say this too. With the network that we formed over the past 5 years in Haiti, and I'm not saying that it's me that formed it, but a sister like Marita Marisign, which you're going to see in the video. That's right. Marita has been, she left her life alone in Canada to move to Haiti, and she's created a network where it's like, if you want to go somewhere and you're thinking about going to PR or DR or Jamaica or anywhere in the Caribbean, you have your vacation, come to Haiti. Talk to us. Come to Haiti because that money stays there. And that's what people really need. They don't need you to come and pay money to a big resort that's going to come right back to Wall Street and then you're on the street fighting against Wall Street. Like, what kind of sense is that? You know? Come through, pay the people in the community, keep the money in Haiti in the community. That's doing more work than, you know, any kind of text message to any kind of big organization that's buying up Haiti and selling it left and right for their own causes, you know, stealing. In Haiti, we call that voler. Everybody say voler. Voler! Right, I mean thief, right? So a lot of people come to Haiti. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen people in abject poverty. You know, I've seen people that, there's nothing, but our heads stay high. We stand straight. Because Haiti provided human rights for the whole Western Hemisphere. It's the first nation in the Western Hemisphere to throw slavery off their back. And it's not true what they say when they say Haiti is a slave revolution. The moment you start fighting against slavery, you stop being a slave. You understand? So how could you say it's a slave revolution? It's a nation of people that got themselves free, many of which were already free as Maroons for generations. So we need to change the story, and we got to learn, we got to go, and we got to listen. And when you go and you get that plate of food with that banan pezi, you know, and that douillet sauce pois, alright, you're going to be a very happy person.